Hello everyone, welcome to the Street Show, playing some Monster Train today. For those of you who saw the last video, I'm sure there was at least one moment where my squeaky chair decided to make a guest appearance. I am working on fixing that. It shouldn't be making those sounds, I only just got it a few months ago, so we'll see how that goes. Looks like today, though, we are playing as the Melting Remnant with the Umbra as our ally. We get Sap on the final boss. So plus side, we already start with some molded, so we get some reform. Crushing Demise is really good to cast on an empty floor. So it looks like we have some pretty good stuff to start off. I hope that we can continue that. Apply daze to enemy units when they enter the floor below the pyre room. 25% chance to deal 5 damage when an enemy enters your train. Just making sure I'm not forgetting anything. So this is really nice early on. This is really good for later when we have that last line of defense. Let's go with Light's Gift, see how that goes. And then our champion upgrade. Oh, what do we do? Do we go for the automatic reform or do we go for the harvest? I like the reform mechanic, and being able to just always reform something is pretty nice. There is a sort of optimal location to be putting Rector Flicker when he's got reform on, because the fights progress from top to bottom. So if you have stuff up top that you want to have reformed, you want to put Rector down at the bottom. Otherwise, stuff that gets killed at the bottom gets reformed the following turn if he's up towards the top. For right now, let's stick him on the bottom. And we do want to put some stuff in the way. Sure. The Shade Splitter gets some extra Ember during the next turn. We don't really need the lifesteal right now, so... Okay. Well, let's put our train steward up top. And then I think we'll start putting this rubble morsel in front to take some hits. And we have to put a drag in front to also take a hit so that Rector doesn't die. And then we'll just put another morsel up top. And we might as well play our train steward up top as well. And I say up top as opposed to on the second floor because now they're all dazed and we get free hits in. It looks like... it's the brief respite turn. So we want to stick a bunch of dregs out here. Stick this one there. And I might as well stick this one here. He's still not dying. Of course, I get Rubble Morsel. Oh, happy days. You're just gonna die if I stick you out there, so we'll just end the turn. I guess maybe with Reform it could be worth it, but... Okay. Random friendly unit doesn't sound very fun. Let's put Immortal Trade on Rector. And let's set up the second floor. Save a little pyre damage. Alright. Well, I think we want to play another Train Steward. I also think we want to try and bring some stuff back. Let's bring out this drag, stick him in the back. And now we're almost winning. This does die to being killed and not to burnout. So I think if I stick a mortal trade on here, all of a sudden I'm winning. Okay. So, what do I want to do here? I do like the idea of bringing the Entombed Explosive out multiple times. Whiplash is also really good for cycling through some units, especially ones that are maybe getting killed on the front line. But let's go with Entombed Explosive for right now. And then let me get Packed Morsels. And I was really hoping we would get Lady of the Reformed. I do like these Gorge mechanics as well, but I want to build a strong burnout floor. And Lady of the Reformed is the way to do it. But, let me think. So the only issue I have with getting Lady of the Reformed here over probably Shadow Eater is I don't have a way to heal her. She just gets more burnout until she eventually dies. There are cards I can get later that will help with that. And obviously I could add something like Lifesteal to her and that'll help, but yeah, let's just get Lady of the Reformed. We'll get other Gorge units later if, you know, we start getting lots of morsel synergies. Let's actually go and upgrade units. So I like putting Battlestone on Lady of the Reformed, and I like putting Heartstone on Lady of the Reformed. Because now all of a sudden she's got 75 health, which makes her much, much more survivable. Multi-strike. Do I want that on something? I mean, we might as well put it on a drag, right? And then, or maybe I should have found the unit first. Let's go with the Wickless Baron. I say that because this will act like a Gorge synergy. Maybe we can make some stuff happen there. Enemy units on the start of every floor. Okay. Okay, so let's do it this way. We'll stick Wickless Baron up top. And he is going to get really strong really fast. So now all of these top floor units are dying. Then I can stick Rector... Oh, I don't want to stick Rector down there, do I? Oh, and this has haste. It's going to bring a whole bunch of bad guys up top. Let me Shade Splitter quick. Alright, so I can technically play Rector but it means I have to play these morsels in front, and then he takes 6 damage. And then my Wickless Baron up here is going to have one heck of a time with 7 enemies. I do get a morsel back, so that's good. I do want to stick Lady the Reformed out and get that going. I think we try and play as many guys up here as possible. We should probably go with some lifesteal. And then let's go with another morsel. So there, we've killed 4. So 3 damage will get through on the pyre. That's not too bad. Okay. Apparently Rector is dead. That's good to know. And let's actually put a train steward out here. And then we'll stick this drag down here. This is going to go down to 1, and the boss is going to show up. Then it's going to go down to 0, and the boss will advance up. So these are both going to die, which is not good. Let's put a train steward down there. I don't remember how much damage this boss is going to have. Apparently enough to kill me. Is there anything I can do? Let's just Crushing Demise, because we're going to lose the train steward anyway. And we didn't get the haste unit. How much or little does this help? Oh, you've got sweep, so you kill... Okay. I'm gonna put that there, and this actually dies from burnout and gets a couple of hits in. Okay. Let's actually get the extra stack of lifesteal. Stick that in front. And then I'll put more lifesteal. And the boss is dead. Alright, so I'm rethinking my strategy a little bit. I think we definitely want Purifying Cleanse there. And then... let's go with Umbra Assault. I was thinking about Mind Collapse, but... so I could get more Pyre health, upgrade my units. Might not be a bad idea to upgrade that Wickless Baron. Where is he? This guy? Give him like multi-strike or just more stats in general. I kind of want to see what other units come up though, so that we can kind of round out what our floors are going to do a little bit better. Plus we could get an artifact. So we're just going to go the artifact route this time. Extinguish abilities trigger an additional time. Extinguish applies to not the Wickless Baron. That would apply to our Entombed Explosive. That could be interesting. And when you summon the second unit during turn, gain 3 Ember. I think we're going to actually go for this one because we can summon lots of morsels and zero-cost units that get reformed, which helps us cast other spells later. Let's do that and find out what unit we get. So another Wickless Baron. I was actually wondering about the Wickless Tycoon in this situation, though. We can stick maybe Baron in front, Tycoon in back, and then get a nice steady supply of morsels. Yeah, let's do that. It's early enough that the gold gain could be significant. Ooh. I think we definitely take Dante here. And then we're definitely going to need to upgrade some units here in a couple rounds. Alright, on to Daedalus. Constructed explosives will detonate twice, or explode twice. So I was gonna put Rector up top. However, I think we just put Rector in the middle, because I want to put the Wickless Baron and the Wickless Tycoon down on the bottom. And then I think we'll go Train Steward, Wickless Tycoon. Yeah, we'll just put Immortal Trade on him. With the extra 3 Ember from playing other units, I think we'll be okay in the next round. Oh, the Dazed effect hit, so this didn't blow up. I forgot about that. Okay, so Wickless Baron. And then let's do Packed Morsels and see what we get. So I'm definitely feeling lifesteal there. And then we can reform 1 unit. Just get the Train Steward. Let's put the Dreg there. And I'm actually going to put the Morsel Excavator here. I don't know how to... Oh, because it blows up twice. Alright, we're putting 2 of them there. Okay. I put the Morsel in the back because then I can buff up Lady of the Reformed. That's basically the only thought process I had with that. We don't get the double extinguish ability, but that's fine. We are going to put the Entombed Explosive in front here to help mitigate some damage. We need to mitigate more damage though. We should also probably Shade Splitter, and of course it's just a Rubble Morsel. We are going to put that here though, because then we get the more harvest triggers. I'm very tempted to play Purifying Cleanse on the Wickless Baron, but then he gets burnout, and then I have to manage that as well. Let's go Dreg, Dreg. And I'm still losing everything. Well, shoot. Well, let me just apply Purifying Cleanse here. I think we Umbra Assault Guy back. I think we're always going to have to play Dante's Candle. I would like to play the Magma Morsel. This puts us in a position, though, where we lose Wickless Baron. which I could have avoided by putting the morsel in front and then still killed 2 units. So let's put this drag here. And we're just going to keep buffing up Lady of the Reformed. I guess. That would have been better. I shouldn't have guessed that way. I do like that everything up there is dazed. I also don't like putting Lady of the Reformed up here when they're all getting dazed. If that wasn't obvious already. So we'll play Dante's Candle. These will all go up to the top floor. I think I just played all the Train Stewards. This won't blow up yet, but I do have to take care of it soon. And now we're on the final wave. So, let's see. Playing this drag clears out the rest of that. I could go Shades. Actually, I can play everything. So I think that's what we do. And then, how does the damage all work out here? I think we do this, which I think helped. So I'm always going to Purifying Cleanse up here. And then I think Entombed Explosive gives me my most damage. Yeah. And then it'll die from burnout. I can put that there. We get 40 damage in on that guy. And I think we Shade Splitter for apparently more Ember in the next round. Alright, so we have a lot of extra Ember at the end of all of our rounds, I'm noticing. 322 is a good start. What can I reform? I think we just go with the Entombed Explosive then. Let's see. This is dying from burnout. Shouldn't this grant? So this will be dazed for 1 turn. Burnout will go down by 1. Oh, because he dies after the fact. Okay. So I think what I can do is stick him in front, and now we kill the boss. There we go. So Furnace Tap is interesting. Shroud Spike doesn't do anything for us right now. I mean, it helps with the Eaton synergies, but we don't actually have Gorge. We're just doing a Pseudo Gorge with our harvest abilities. Excuse me. Wax and Spike would address some of the extra ember issues that I was just talking about. Let's go with that one. Another Lady of the Reformed, another Wickless Baron, and the Crucible Collector. I think I'd rather have another Lady of the Reformed in this case. I also think that we might want to consider getting extra capacity. Yeah, well, let's go with the extra capacity. Now, what do we do? I think we get rid of some cards and then see what else we are offered. And I think we definitely want to get rid of some train stewards. We've got way more than enough stuff that we would rather be bringing back with Rector. And if we were going to duplicate a card, I mean, our buffed up Lady of the Reformed would be a good choice. I would argue it's probably our best choice. At which point, I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't have taken the extra Lady of the Reformed, and we should have just taken the gold on that one, but... And Morsel Master is interesting, because what I'm thinking we do... Work with me on this one. We play Wickless Baron, we play Wickless Tycoon, then we play the Morsel Maker, which puts us at 5 capacity when we have 6. So then we can summon a morsel every turn on that floor, which will be 2 morsels, and then we get lots of harvest stackage happening. So I think in this case, Morsel Master is pretty interesting. So I think we actually want the Burnout Rector here. And the reason for that is because then we can put Rector and Lady of the Reformed on the same floor, so he's always getting burnout stacks. We don't want that to be the top floor. We're going to give it a shot. I think that's a good power increase for us. Spell Shield 2? That's fine, I'm not really doing damage with spells. I do have Umbra Assault, and that's it. Yeah, that's the only damage dealing spell that I have, so I'm okay with this. I think we stick Rector here. I think we put Wickless Tycoon up top, and I'll just stick a Drag and a Train Steward right there. A damage shield. I think I'd rather have the damage shield on Rector just in case, more so than I'd rather get the 5 gold. Alright, so here's one of our Ladies of the Reformed, who I will put right there. I think we put Morsel Master up top, which gave us our extra Ember. Now we have no problem playing Dante's Candle and the Weight of Contrition. And 13 damage. I think we just start getting gold. Oh, and then this will also buff any reformed morsels that we make. Okay. He dies, they take lots of damage. I think we're good. I'm going to put Lady of the Reformed behind this Train Steward. I'm going to purify and cleanse her. I think we stick this drag here. And now I really want to get rid of these Train Stewards. Let's do that and clear out that floor. And honestly, let's just do that. Save some damage on our Lady of the Reformed. This does need to die soon, so I don't want to heal it again, because I don't want Rector to burn out before it's his time. Okay, we got a buffed Morsel Jeweler back. We also got our Wax and Spike for the turn, so let's see what we can do with this. I think we'll stick a Lady of the Reformed there. Then we stick our Wickless Baron there. And Morsel Jeweler there. We can get rid of this. And burn out 1 and 9 extra damage. I don't really have much that I want to reform at this point. So let's let this guy die. And then, who do we buff? I'd rather buff the multi-strike drag. I think, for now though, we'll just buff... Oh! Hey, friendly units, not just one. Okay, so all of us, then I want the one with the most units. No, I think we'll still do this. Because if we can kill stuff on the first floor, then... better score by the end of the game, but good, we got the Morsel Jeweler again. Let's just shove him up top. Get those harvest triggers. I should have ordered this a little differently, but at least we're getting like a bazillion damage shields. We'll definitely stick this drag here. Play Weighted Contrition, and I mean, I guess I can play the Shade Splitters and get more Ember for next round. That's super helpful. And we'll end turn. Alright, so we'll stick this drag in the back, and the boss is dead. Oh, I should have played Dante's Candle. I am stupid. Let me rephrase that. I'm not stupid. I rushed myself and made another misplay. Sort of like how the last game went. I don't need Sacred Wicks. I'm already reforming more than enough units. Crushing Demise would be... okay. Honestly, I don't need Crushing Demise. I don't even know if I need the one that's in my deck, to be honest. And Wicked Blaze, I think, costs too much. And I don't need Sacred Wicks, because I'm getting enough units as it is. So I think we just take the gold here. We have 650 gold. We need to spend some of it. Send friendly and enemy units on this floor. Cave-In could be fun. I think I would get too many units on a floor very quickly, though. Let's just go with Grovel, and we can reduce the Ember cost of it as we go. But the extra damage shields will be helpful. And now we get Dante. I forgot that we were about to get him. which means now we need even more space, and we need to upgrade +2 magic power. So I don't really need the extra magic power, but I guess we'll take it. I like Dante, don't get me wrong, I don't have any room for him. Okay. I want to duplicate Dante, but I want to buff him with more attack first. I think we're going to go this route. Top off on some pyre health, upgrade some spells, and at the same time, we can... No, that's not what I wanted. At the same time, we can purge a bunch of cards. Let me leave for just a minute. Let me see what's in the concealed caverns. Maybe we'll get the one where you can pay gold for another artifact. You know, like this one, exactly this one right here. So yeah, we're always gonna pay with coins. There we go. When a card with Consume is played, deal a bunch of damage to the front enemy unit. So we have at least a couple, don't we? We have Packed Morsels, and we have Wax and Spike. And there's an upgrade for a spell that'll add Consume. Sure, let's take Trader's Quill. Alright, now let's go upgrade our spells. I don't really want to put Consume on either of these. So, never mind on that front. I think we reduce the cost of Grovel. I also do want to add double stack. Maybe to Purifying Cleanse? Oh! That was an accident. Apparently when you click a card, it scrolls up a little bit if you're clicking below, and it just so happens to put your mouse directly over the apply button. Remove Consume. I don't want to remove it either right now. I guess we'll reduce the cost of Umbra Assault. And I still don't want to add Consume to either of those, and I don't want to remove Consume from other stuff that I wanted. So, let's get rid of this extra Lady of the Reformed. And then, let's get rid of a Train Steward. And let's get rid of another Train Steward. Now, do I want to get rid of anything else? Entombed Explosive isn't really... like, it could be doing more work than it is. I think we'll get rid of a Shade Splitter. If we can get rid of all of them and only rely on Packed Morsels and our reforming of those morsels, then they're always going to be uncommon or rare. We won't get, you know, a 5/6 Rubble Morsel or something. I can only remove one of them, because we managed to blow through almost 600 coins. But I think this was a good spike in our capabilities, so... And of course we get the sweep and lifesteal dude. So we're gonna get enemies on the start, on the each floor at the start of battle. So top floor is dazed. We don't want to stick Lady of the Reformed up there. He's got sweep. And we can almost kill him, actually. So let's go with that setup in the bottom. And then... stick a Morsel Master up top, because that's where he's going to go anyway. I think we'll go with an Entombed Explosive there. I think we'll stick the Drag up here too, to help get through another one. So I like the idea of putting Dante the Deceptive down here. I'm wondering if we should get him to be reformed so he does more damage. And I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to put the Entombed Explosive there. He should kill that. This drag can kill nothing because he's going to die because of sweep. We killed 2 of the 3 up here, so that's good. Okay. And then we should get more of our units to go up on the top floor. There we go. So we want Wickless Baron in front. We want Wickless Tycoon behind him, because Wickless Baron's going to get the extra health off of Harvest. And that's what we want to see. So let's actually give Lady... No, do not give Lady of the Reformed damage shield. We are just going to buff our top floor, I think. Okay, so lots of health. That's fine. And then... I guess what we can do is drag Umbra Morsel. Let's do this. Because that's going to pre-buff Dante, who then will die, and then we can reform him, and he's ridiculous. And then we can make sure that Lady of the Reformed is in front. Okay, so it's not super crucial that we get Dante buffed by default. It would go a long way, but I think we can manage without it. So let's actually kill something. I like killing this guy here. Okay, so we like the damage shields. Get that stacked early. Let's go there. Play Dante's Candle. We might as well... Actually, it might make sense to Purifying Cleanse here. Yeah, let's do that so that he doesn't die. And then... I guess we'll just Umbra Morsel as well. I don't think we play Immortal Trade. Most stuff is dying. I'm okay. So there's Dante, who only has Burnout 1. Apparently, we used this on him, didn't we? Oh, no, we didn't. Where is it? I'm gonna find it. In the discard pile. We applied Burnout 2. We did not enhance him with Burnout 2. I think that means that we play him knowing he's going to burn out. And I think we molded one of our morsels. Probably... we'll do the Morsel Jeweler. Because we want to do that instead of Shade Splitter at this point. Because that's going to provide us with more benefit. He is still living, though, which is an issue I have. And then, I guess we can Shade Splitter in case we get something like Lifesteal. We can put that on Lady of the Reformed. Ugh, excuse me. We did not get Dante back, but now we got Dante back. Alright, so he has Sweep. Is that enough? It is not enough to kill him yet. But wait. There's more. I think we want... I might as well put extra damage up here. This dies from Burnout. Most stuff on this floor is eventually going to die just from the sweep. We'll just stick these guys up here to buff Lady of the Reformed a little bit, get rid of our Dante's candles, and then I think we're all full on capacity. One thing that I'm seeing we have an issue with is I don't want to be putting a bunch of morsels into our discard pile because then we don't draw the cards that we necessarily want each time. But we really put it on this boss. We let him know who's the actual boss here, and I'm not gonna screw anything up here by playing cards, so we're just gonna end the turn and kill him. Alright, so it's coming together. We got a fair amount of gold just in that round. Subsuming Blade. Or Fatal Melting. My decision will be based off of what's coming up. There is a Merchant of Magic after Fell. So what I'm trying to figure out is if we could get holdover on Subsuming Blade, I would feel a lot better about picking it up. Fatal Melting, with how much we're going through morsels, is going to do ridiculous amounts of damage. I think I want Subsuming Blade anyway. Not just because I really want to try it out and see how high we can get the damage to be, but also because then we can make it golden, which is important to me. And then what do we do? We could trigger feeding. Yeah, that would help with some of the extra morsels situation. Yeah, let's pick up Feast. Alright. I think... I was going to say let's go Merchant of Trinkets and get the extra gold. We can get an artifact here, or we can just take the extra gold. But we could buff up Dante. I think that is significant at this point. Yeah, let's go this way. I'll look through and make sure that there's nothing better, but I think upgrading Dante might be our best bet. We can put more Blight cards into our deck and really upgrade. Okay, this was definitely the right call. So right now, so we're already by default doing quite a bit of damage. I'm not concerned about the amount of damage that we're doing. If we completely put it on the wayside, I might be a little concerned about Seraph. This would allow us to get through some bigger enemies. And it would also let us use some of our extra Ember issues we've been seeing. This one, I don't know, I feel like maybe Deadweight. Deadweight would help secure consistent damage. And we would never have to worry about accidentally taking damage because we didn't save enough Ember somehow. And we wouldn't lose them and thereby hinder the benefit we're going to get on Dante right away. So let's go with Penitent Remains. That will make Dante very, very stupid. Let's make him even more stupid. Endless. I don't think we put Endless on anything, do we? No. Not gonna do that. Damage Shield 2 is interesting. I think we just put that on Wickless Baron. And then who do we upgrade with more health? We could put that on Wickless Baron too, honestly. I'm starting to think we might want to just get rid of the Entombed Explosive. So that's a lot of gold to purge at this point. I think I would rather reroll and see what we get. Multi-strike. He's... Wow. That's ridiculous. Alright, so Dante is very strong now. Do we upgrade anything else with extra health? I kind of want to buff our Morsel Master just in case. He'll do more damage than the Wickless Tycoon, and if there's a sweep effect that somehow makes it all the way up to that top floor, I think it'd be nice to just have the damage come out consistently. And then, what artifact do we get? Units cost less, spells gain an extra upgrade slot. I don't think we've really upgraded our spells, so I think getting that, well, obviously we have upgraded some of them, but not to the point where we need that extra slot. So we definitely don't get the Lightstone casing here. Do we get Forever Flame? I don't see a world where we do, actually. I think we just take the gold here. Like, we never ever have an issue with unit costs at the beginning of the fight, but by the time we get to a point where we're reforming things, they all cost 0 anyway. I'm gonna just take the gold on this one. On to Fell. So the Alabaster Guardians have Spell Shield 5, which is fine, and units get armor, which is where Subsuming Blade comes into effect. Okay, so Rector can go on the bottom, and then Wickless Baron And Morsel Master can go on top. I kind of just want to stick this drag out right now, just to take the couple hits. I do want to try and kill this as fast as possible, or find a way to get rid of these without incurring too much fire damage. Alright, so here's Dante, and I think we put him in front first. So he is multi-strike 8. I'm okay with this. Let's grovel up here. And we can actually play 2 morsels. We play Dante's Candle. Let's play Antumbra Assault, and then I think we actually feast. And then we can do this. And why not? Okay. It's sort of an interesting start. But we're about to get really, really strong. So Lady the Reformed saves Rector. That's awesome. This guy almost dies. Why don't we just make him die? How's that sound? We stick Antumbra Morsel up there. Both of them die. That's perfect. Let's just Crushing Demise on our empty floor. Okay, that was an interesting choice. Yeah, that's... I don't think we need to play either of these right now. Cool. Yeah. We're gonna play Magma Morsel. And then we'll play Lady the Reformed, and we'll play a Dreg, and we'll get rid of Dante's Candle. And now we just need to pull out one of our Reformed cards, or we need to get lucky and hit Dante. We didn't hit Dante. So Wickless Tycoon can go up here. Let's actually stick the Antumbra Morsel down here, just to get a little more damage in right away, because he's already buffed. Here's Molded, so we can get Dante out. Dante is now a 25 attack, multi-strike 8 unit. I don't think much is going to be getting past us anytime soon, and that's makes me feel real good. Do we give Wickless Baron lifesteal? I don't think we do. I think we just stack up his damage shields as much as possible. And then we can put these guys down here. Get even more damage in on that guy. And now everywhere is full. So at this point we've pretty much stabilized. The only thing we really have to do is make sure that this Lady of the Reformed doesn't die. And we get our first Subsuming Blade proc, which I think... Yeah, let's just kill this guy. Which saves some damage. We stick this drag up here. We can stick a Magma Morsel up here. Let's get rid of Dante's Candle. And I guess we can use a Shade Splitter. That's actually a pretty good morsel to have gotten. I'm okay with that. The question I have now is, do we play Immortal Trade? And I think we're okay to do that, because we'll get extra Ember from Hell's Banners, and I think we've got enough stuff getting reformed that we'll find more cards to play and get the buff. That was a lot of good damage. See, look, there you go. Really? Alright, so we play that there. Oh, that... Ooh, I didn't know that. Okay, so when you play the morsel up here with Morsel Master, it summons a copy, which counts as the second summon to proc Hell's Banners. Now, I think what we do is I think we play this drag here, and then I think we actually just wax and spike this floor. Because right now, this is dying, and I'd rather just keep it alive, honestly. We can stick another drag for even more awesome damage. Also, the effect from Penitent Remains stacks. So when you get your reformed units and you play them again, they get another, in our case, 7 damage, I think. And then we'll play Wax and Spike to make sure that none of them die to burnout, at least not on this turn. And that was a very productive floor as well. And now we're on the final wave, and Fell is dead. I rushed again, didn't play that Dante's Candle. I don't think it's going to make a huge difference, but it's a silly mistake that I shouldn't be making. Alright, so that felt really good, actually. There's a couple cards I wouldn't mind getting rid of, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I don't have very much to complain about. This has a nice Extinguish synergy. It's unfortunate that we didn't get that Extinguish artifact at the beginning, but I'm fine with that. Deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to 10 times the number of friendly unit deaths this battle, which for us is going to be a lot. And I think we take this as sort of a trump card for the very end. I don't feel like we have any capacity issues, and I don't want to take any more units if we can afford to. We're not really running into any Ember issues, so I think we just take the draw on this one. Alright. So now, I want to go to the Merchant of Magic and see if we can't get holdover on the Subsuming Blade. If we can do that, we'll be sitting real pretty. Let's get rid of some cards. Ones that I could care less for. Specifically, let's get rid of these Shade Splitters. All they're doing is adding common morsels to our pool that I don't want to add. And then let's hope for the best here. We got Permafrost. I mean, I guess there's something to be said for reducing the cost of Subsuming Blade. Let's reduce the cost of Memento Mori. Let's increase the magic power of Subsuming Blade so we can get more procs hopefully sooner. Reroll, and we got holdover. Okay. Let's not click a bunch of times until we know we're getting what we want. Alright. So now we can cast Subsuming Blade every single round, which will be great because we already have a bajillion Ember all the time anyway. And then honestly, I think we just reduced the cost of Memento Mori again. And I don't want to consume either of these, so we leave the shop. We upgrade our champion. So the only reason I would want the Reform 2 random units is if I am consistently using it to get a morsel and maybe one other thing that's died. Otherwise, it starts putting a lot of extra stuff into my discard pile. We actually might prefer the better stats here. I think that's what we're going to go for. Just hit them really hard on that first floor. Alright. This guy's not too bad. Non-boss enemy units have spikes 5. That's really going to hurt my drags. Actually, it's going to hurt the top floor a little bit too, but We'll just want to make sure everyone stays topped off, is what this boils down to. Okay. Rector, Lady. Let's stick this dreg in front. And we'll stick a Morsel Master up top. We can get this guy buffed right away because these drags are going to die to all the spikes anyway. Okay, that's dying. Let's get our Wickless Baron, our Tycoon behind him. Now we've got 4 Ember. We can get rid of our damaging cards. Let's play these guys to get some damage in on that one. 114 damage is pretty nice, considering he only has 115. I'd really like to get rid of the self-mutilation generators, but I don't have the ability to do that. Alright. So we stick Dante in front so that he dies. We kill one of these so that we can get Magma Morsels, who are going to die from the spikes. I did not consider this, but I'll still get my harvest stacks. Let's stick a Lady of the Reformed there, and a Drag out in front. We can get rid of these. We'll feast, put another Magma Morsel in place. Both of them die. He dies. He takes a lot of damage. Okay, that was a good round. We played all of our cards. We got through most of our Ember. We are doing all of the good stuff. And we've already got a 94 damage Memento Mori. That feels pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. You die just from hitting stuff. Let's see. These no longer die from spikes, so I'll still be getting my Eaten procs. We just got our extra Ember for the round, so let's get rid of those. Let's reform Dante, and I actually want to stick him in front again. He's going to need as many many reforms as I can afford. Let's just play Memento Mori because we can, and then let's also Purify and Cleanse our Lady of the Reformed. Okay. We do need to be careful about our Wickless Tycoon up here. He's only got 3 more hits left in him. And so we got 2 more purges. There's the Dante's Candle. So Wax and Spike is back. Let's see. Oh, I forgot it does damage there. That's helpful. Let's stick this Morsel Miner there. Oh, they get attack. That's... I forgot about that. Okay. So now we can get rid of Dante's Candle and all the self-mutilations. Shoot, at least I wish I had... was it Feast for those guys? I didn't think about that. We stick a Drag up here. I think we just stick Dante out in front again, and then we've got a couple spots left where we can get some more damage in. Only got 2 Ember, so I don't really want to do this yet. Does that kill anything for us? This is going to get through and do more damage than I would like it to. 77 brings it down to 57. It'll die in 2 hits. I could play Wax and Spike up here, and it would die in 1, but then these all have burnout, which is very counterproductive for my build. I think we Yeah, I think we just hold on to Wax and Spike. So we got a Morsel Miner back. We get Subsuming Blade right at the very end. Lucky us. So let's play this Morsel Miner. We get our extra Ember. And then, is there something that we really benefit from killing right away? I think it's this guy. Let's get rid of the self-mutilations. Let's play a Dreg. I think we want to play an Immortal Trade on her. He dies before Witless Tycoon gets to attack. That's super helpful. And I think an Immortal Trade on her, which is really gonna hurt our Ember for this round. But I can play a Magma Morsel, and we get 3. I do not, however, have a Reform card, which is really not good. That is a lot of extra damage. Holy crap. Let's play this Drag up here. And then I think we play the Subsuming Blade end turn and see what happens. I'm hoping we can get Dante. I need to be able to get him a little more consistently, I think. Oh, I have no... That doesn't help. Because he's doing more damage than I'm able to heal up. Alright, now he's dead. So let's play our Dante's Candle. We don't need to worry about Subsuming Blade because he does. Alright. So that one was a little rough because of the spikes. Do we take Fatal Melting or another Waxen Spike? At this point, the Waxen Spikes are mostly for... Oh, you know what? Maybe Sacred Wicks is actually better now. Because at this point, we're just reforming all of our morsels. And I'd really like to be able to get Dante back out when we need him. This might be a way for us to do that, and we can get a little extra damage in with the Consume and this Trader's Quill. I think we don't take any of these. Excavation Eruption would be the one I'd consider, but I don't think we need it. So I think we're going to skip and take the gold so that we can use it to maybe buy some artifacts or other upgrades in this next section. So, do we duplicate anything? I mean, obviously, duplicating Dante is interesting. We could duplicate a Deadweight, honestly, and that would just make him inherently more power. It would make all of our guys stronger, because they would all get more attack from Penitent Remains. I guess I could duplicate a Memento Mori, but... Better question, do I get rid of any cards? Crushing Demise is good if I haven't stabilized all of my floors. Otherwise, it's really, really bad. I talked about wanting to get rid of Entombed Explosive. I should duplicate a Molded. Okay, we're gonna go this way. Or let me duplicate something that allows me to reform more units. Because I could also duplicate Sacred Wicks, technically. No, we want to do Molded because then we can control which unit we bring back. So let's do that. Let us get rid of... Where is he? Entombed Explosive. And... did I get rid of Crushing Demise? Let me get rid of this, because I know I'm getting rid of it. Yeah, I think we're going to get rid of Crushing Demise as well. I mean, I'm going to kick myself if that's the one card that it would have been nice to have that we otherwise ruined our run on, but... let's see. When a friendly unit dies, enhance it with +10 attack. I'm okay with that. 50% chance to apply Dazed when an enemy unit enters your train. Normally, I'd say, yeah, let's go for it. However, my bottom two floors all depend on my Lady of the Reformed taking damage. And then these are all Waxer units that would get Endless. These are Waxer units that get Endless. These are not. Let me see what's in the other shop really quick. Double stack. Magic power. Maybe we do one of these. And then reduce the ember cost. Let's actually... let's do it for reform, just in case. I don't think we're going to have a problem here. I don't think putting it on Grovel makes almost any difference for us either. But I would rather be able to guarantee 1 out of 3 times that our Molded will always be usable and always get us the unit that we're looking for at that specific point in time. Double stack. I mean, I could put it on an Immortal Trade for a last play, but we're not really running into burnout issues on any one specific unit. And I don't know if Damage Shield 2 is worth it. Not with everything else that's going on, at least. Let me re-roll and see what we have. Another holdover. I think this is what we do. I'm okay with that. We can reduce the ember cost of Grovel, so now we've got 0 ember, damage shield 1. Give us some morsels. And then I still think that we don't do this, so we can leave. We don't need to purge any other cards. Rerolling would not let us buy anything else, so I think we grab Concussive Coals. Alright. On to Seraph. So I think we have a good chance of beating him. I also think that we should not underestimate this guy. You're dazed, so Morsel Master will kill you. Let's go Rector, Lady, and let's just get one of the dregs out there now. Alright, there's a vast majority of the rest of the stuff that we need. So the Wickless Baron there, Lady the Reformed, Dreg, and wow, that is a lot of damage. It honestly might be worth playing an Immortal Trait on this right here. We're not gonna reform anything by default. That's risky. My god, these Shade Wings do so much damage. I don't think I have a choice. I think we have to do this. And then hopefully we get something we can put in front of her. Alright, so here's Packed Morsels, which we can put up here. Let's actually... We'll go Wickless Tycoon first to make sure that we can play everything. Then let's go Magma Morsel. So now we have our 3 Ember. We'll put Dante in front, and Subsuming Blade, one of these. She is still dying. Oh my god, they're taking so much damage. I didn't think it was going to be this bad. Okay, I'm saving one of my drags. Woohoo! Okay, our top floor is going to be very critical in our success, I think. We have to protect Rector for... Oh, that was perfect. Who all dies up here? Hardly any of them. That is really bad. Let's see. 38 damage. Let's do this one. And actually, I think we go with the Magma Morsel. I want Dante, don't get me wrong, but we need to get through these guys. And I'm not doing that with my current damage. Okay, so he's at least dying now. Let's play Dante's Candle, get that out of the way. Let's play Lady the Reformed. Let's also grovel, actually. And we'll play these here, because I'm not going to be able to get Dante this round. That's whatever it is. How does the damage play out here? And where is our damage best spent? So we hit him for 12. This Wickless Tycoon does 0 damage. That's a problem. Then we do 19, 19. So there's 38, 50. So if I Subsuming Blade this guy, we kill 2 of them. And then he hits me for 64. That's 36. 50, yeah, he hits me for 64. But I kill 3. How did I kill 3? Was my math wrong? Let's give her more burnout, just because we can. And let's see how this all plays out. Lady of the Reformed. Dregs. Let's get Dante back. We need him to start eating through these guys a lot harder than we are right now. I don't think they have any sweep. Well, hold on a second. How do we want to do this? We want to get rid of Dante's candle. And I want to kill these guys. So he has 76 health effectively. I could do half of it. I don't think I kill all of them. So let's Subsuming Blade the guy that'll do the most damage to the pyre. Then I definitely want to Memento Mori something. And I think we Memento Mori this guy, because he dies. Let's put Dante in front, because we can definitely reform him in the next round. Let us also... Oh, I didn't think about this. Shoot. Do I have a way of minimizing this? I think we go for the Magma Morsel, and we stick them up top, because then we can kill this. I could have put it drag here, specifically the multi-strike one. I think we've stabilized, though, at this point. I think we can make this work, and I think we can win. So there's another drag. That's okay. We'll stick him on the burnout floor. Let's... Hold on. Let's kill some stuff. Like that. And then we can put these guys here. Which is still not enough damage on them. We can get rid of Dante's candle. I think we have to Subsuming Blade this guy. Oh, hold on. Don't cast on anything yet. So I'm doing 64 to him. He'll go down to 96, which means he dies in 3 hits, which means I go down to 11. This is no longer dying, so I feel much better putting my dregs out here. And I think I'll put that one there to take a hit. We can summon more stuff later. I think now we bring out Dante. Like this. Oh wow, they all got dazed. So now they're all dying. Now we've definitely stabilized there. So now we have to kill this guy. And we're fine. Oh, I know why they did less damage afterwards, because he got the harvest stack from one of them dying. Okay. Alright. He will not kill the pyre. This guy will not make it past the 3rd floor. And we will be clearing the bottom, at least right now. Alright. Got another drag. Did they all get dazed again? So much for 50%. Jeez. Well, we have to play this so that we can get our Dante back next round. Wow, 43-11 Magma Morsel. I mean, get as much damage in on him now as you can. Do we? I don't think we play Sacred Wicks here. Obviously, we play Subsuming Blade. And it doesn't really matter who we play it on. So I'll eat through the big armor guy. He gets a harvest stack. He still dies. That's good. he dies from burnout, so we'll get him next round. We really need to heal this Lady of the Reformed, and we honestly need enemies to get up to the second floor for you know, for the change. Alright. Just got a nice big magma morsel. Let's get Dante back. At least this guy will hit me. Oh. Where is that damage coming from? Oh, the boss. Who's dying? I mean, I don't want to act so surprised, but we weren't supposed to be doing this yet. Alright, so Subsuming Blade, you know, even though we got it about halfway through and it didn't really kick in for a little bit, it's not too bad. I like that it goes through armor and shields because of the piercing effect. Woohoo, we won. I'm a little surprised. Like, not to the point where... I'm not surprised that we won so much as I'm surprised we were winning right there. If that makes sense. That was a very productive run, I thought. I'm very pleased with that. Did we get any levels? Oh, apparently we got level 5 with the Melting Remnant. So Covenant rank 8, add a copy of the Allied Clan starter card to your starting deck. Okay, so right now it comes up, you get 2, 2, and 1, and the middle one is always the ally card. So at rank 8, you should get 3, is how I... Oh, no. No, that's not the starter card. Sorry, that's... So like in this one, we were allied with the Umbra, so that would mean an extra common or uncommon morsel. I forget what that card's called. The one that we got rid of. Very memorable. Alright, we got Golden Dante. That's good. Golden Memento Mori and a whole bunch of other ones. What else did we get? Mortal Entrapment. Deal 25 damage and apply Dazed 2 to an already damaged unit. That's a lot of Ember for a lot of conditions that have to be met, but Encased Ember. Gain 5 Ember when a tomb unit dies. That'd be like the, was it Excavated Explosion or Encased Explosives? That's the one. Those guys, 5 Ember when they die. That's really good. We hit level 6 with that. Big Sludge? Okay. So there's... This card by itself is a case to be made for a Melting Remnant Hellhorned run. Especially with all the direct damage spells. I could see this being interesting. Tomb units get an extra 30 health. Okay. That could also be interesting. In Umbra, we hit 8 Blazing Bolts. Okay, so I've had to read this card a couple times. Because it's Purge, but then it does some stuff. Basically, you cast this, you purge it from your deck, and then you get a better one in your discard pile. So you only ever have the one, but it always gets stronger the more you use it. And I think that means that the stronger one carries over. So this is sort of like Subsuming Blade in that regard. And I think it would definitely be worth duplicating that one and maybe reducing Ember cost, but... Chain of Gems. Damage shield 2 to the first friendly unit summoned each turn. That could have some negative synergies if you're not careful. So you gotta, if you're ever gonna run this, order matters. There's a lot of harvest triggers. I think it was 169 or something. Alright. Well, I feel pretty good about that deck, that run. If you enjoyed the video, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.